Hello and thank you for joining me. Before we get started, make sure you've clicked subscribe and I'll talk you through today's class. So I've brought a little ball with me. You don't need a ball. You could use a tennis ball, you could use a teddy bear, whatever you've got around the room to help you out. It's here to help your brain focus on your body position, not necessarily to aid us in resistance today. We've got a full body class, but the focus is going to be working the obliques. So it's going to be twisting movements and side bending movements, but supported through a more whole body structure. So you still get to work functionally, engaging the rest of the body as well. So without further ado, we'll get into our first mobility exercise, which is going to be a variation on the saw. So you can sit with your feet about mat width apart. That's from the front view. I'm just going to sit to the side here to show you from the side. I'm going to take the ball in one hand, doesn't matter which hand we start with, and we're going to settle the shoulders down, pull the chin back to create tallness and length at the neck, and we're going to take a twist. The ball's then going to come down into the middle of your mat and you're going to roll it out. Sit up tall and then face the front of your mat again. So same side, we're going to take that twist, inhale, exhale as you roll out, inhale, come tall, exhale, center, inhale, twist, exhale, roll, inhale, tall, exhale, face the center. Keep the shoulders low. Inhale to twist. Exhale to roll. Inhale, come tall. Exhale to center. Inhale to twist. Exhale to roll. Inhale to come tall. Exhale to center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, roll. Inhale, come tall. Exhale, let's go for one more here. Twisting, exhale, rolling. Inhale, tall, exhale to center. And just relax through the arms, give those a bit of a roll back through the shoulders because it's quite a long time to have the shoulders out to the sides for. And we're going to do that again on the other side. So when you're ready, sitting tall in those sit bones, relax shoulder blades down into the pockets in your spine, set the shoulders down away from the ears. Take the inhale to rotate, exhale, roll forwards, inhale tall, and exhale to center. Inhale, twist, exhale, roll, inhale tall, and exhale to center. Inhale, twist, relax those shoulders, exhale, roll. Inhale, tall, exhale, center. Inhale, twisting, exhale, roll out. Inhale, tall, exhale to center. Two more rounds. We're going to inhale on the twist. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, tall, exhale to center. And last time, inhale, exhale. Inhale, tall, and exhale to center. Wonderful. Join me in the mermaid seat next. So you're going to sit on one hip with the legs swung around to the side. Now in an ideal world, you kind of want to sit yourself in a bit of a square position. So the front shin wants to kind of line up with the front of the mat. The side of your leg wants to line up with the side of the mat. If that's just feeling a bit awkward, bring your legs wherever. We're not too worried. And if it's still awkward, you could prop your hip up, the hip that you're sitting on, with a little block underneath for support. So whichever hip you're sitting on, you're going to just place the hand down beside it. And we're going to take a tall breath in. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, come back again. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, tall, that's it. So tall spine and creating like a really tall rainbow shape as you bend over. So rather than a slump or a slouch to the side, really create that lovely curve, that lovely arch with your spine. Next movement, we're going to start to slide the hand a bit further and bend the elbow toward the mat. So when you're ready, slide your arm out. See if you can bend the elbow. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Inhale, tall. Exhale, slide and bend. Inhale, tall. And slide and bend. Inhale, tall. One more, and then we're going to add in a bit of a kick as well. So coming back through your tall position. As you take your slide and bend, you're going to kick your leg away. Inhale, come tall. That's it. Exhale, slide and kick. Inhale, come tall. So we're placing that leg really decisively, really precisely. So you're not just kicking randomly. See if you can place that leg exactly where you mean for it to go. That's it. And we'll just do a couple more there. So we're going to bring this into a twist next. So let's take that slide outside bend and kick. As we come back up tall, you're going to twist to just where you kicked. So turn towards the direction of your kick. That's it. And bring it back to center. So you're going to slide and kick. As you come tall, arms wide and twist. Slide and kick. Inhale, tall and twist away. Exhale, slide and kick. Inhale, tall and twist. Slide and kick. Tall and twist. And last time, slide and kick. Tall and twist. Lovely. Bringing it back to center. So if you've been sitting on that block, you might want to get rid of it now if you haven't already. We're going to take that same slide out position. So if you can join me by sliding out to the elbow. Okay, this gets us almost in side lying. We're going to stretch the top leg away like we just did. Okay, and this time as you swoop your leg forwards, we're going to open the chest and the ribs. So take a rotation through the thoracic spine. And then as you draw your leg back, you're going to reach your ball forwards. That's it. So swoosh the leg forwards, open up, breath in. As you swoop your leg back, reach for the ball forwards. Inhale, open your ribs and chest. Exhale, reach forwards. Inhale, opening, leg reaches forwards. Exhale, reaching, leg swoops back. 2 more rounds. We're going to open on the inhale. Exhale as you reach. Inhale as you open. And exhale as you reach. Lovely. Bring the legs in, bring the arms in, and come back through the center. So let's swap to the other side now. Just turn your mermaid the other way. So sitting on the one hip. Again, we're looking for our shin in line with the front edge of the mat and our other shin in line with the side of the mat. And you're going to place whichever hand is near to your seated hip, beside the seated hip. Let's take a tall inhale. Exhale, finding that rainbow side bend. Inhale, tall again. Exhale, rainbow. Inhale, tall. Exhale, rainbow spine. Inhale, tall. And a couple more here. And again. This time we're going to start to slide the hand out and bend the elbow toward the mat. So sliding out, elbow to mat, we go deeper. Inhale, tall. Exhale, slide and bend. Inhale, tall. Exhale, slide and bend. Inhale, tall. Keeping your collarbones nice and open so that we're kind of framing our face rather than your top arm kind of rounding forwards. We want to keep this nice open posture across the chest. Last one then. We're going to start to add in our kick. So inhale, tall. And then you're going to slide, bend, place your leg with precision. Inhale back to center. Exhale, slide and bend with your kick. Inhale back to center. Slide and bend with your kick. Inhale back to center. 2 more like this, please. Let's go. Placing that leg with control. Using those obliques to bring you back to center. And let's start to add in our thoracic twist. So we're going to take our side bend and kick. As we come back through center, open your arms, turn towards the kick. That's it. So slide out, kick. And come back in, twist towards where you've just kicked. Good. and back up tall. Lovely. So we're going to take this out for our more full body thoracic twist. So if you can take your slide out to the elbow again and kick the leg out. If you need to reposition this bottom leg or bottom hip to make that more comfortable, please do. We've got the leg elevated. You're going to swoosh your leg forwards. As you swoosh the leg forwards, let's see if we can open the ribs and the chest for that thoracic twist. And bring the leg back, reach the ball in front of you. So we're going to inhale as we open the ribs and the chest. Exhale as we reach forwards. Inhale as we open our ribs to the sky. Exhale as we reach forwards. Inhale as we open. Exhale as we reach. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to reach. 2 more rounds then. We're going to inhale. Exhale to reach forwards. And last time. Inhaling. And exhale to reach forwards. Lovely. So bringing those legs back in, bringing those arms back in. Let's come to sit comfortably for a moment. And we're just going to give our shoulders a little bit of love. So give those a gentle roll back. That's it. Try and let those really settle down away from the ears. You don't have to force them down. Try and encourage them to just settle. And then maybe go one shoulder and the other to give you that lovely thoracic movement. And then we're going to move on to our side bridge or side plank. I'll give you 2 options here, section of the class. This is where we're going to be working our obliques against gravity. So we're going to be suspending our torso in midair. So it's going to be quite nice and quite strong. Again, ball entirely optional. You don't have to use it, but I'm going to bring it in for those of you who need it. So option to come into side bridge. This is to lay down. You want to scoot your bottom forwards. So you've got a lovely line between the knee, the hip, the shoulder, and the crown of the head there. You're going to draw your shoulder blade back and down, okay, and open the collarbones, because what we want to avoid is this sinking, because this is going to be painful and it's going to rotate your shoulder forwards. So keep thinking about rotating the shoulder back and out, shoulder blades down, collarbones open. Spot on. Those of you who want more advanced and are happy with side planks, you're going to go for your side plank version instead. Okay, so that's just feet extended, and you can stagger those there, or you can stack the feet for harder. Okay, so there's a few options. I'm going to work with you in side bridge. So I'm just going to help push my hips up for the first section, and then I'm going to grab my ball, stack it above the shoulders. So remember, we're pushing the bottom forward, squeezing the butt, and we're trying to squeeze the underside of the waist. So gently lowering down, keeping those shoulder blades down, collarbones open. So we're going to lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and lower. And about another 3 here, lifting, lowering, lifting, lowering, and one more time, lifting and lowering. So we're just going to swap sides because I want to try and keep your elbows and shoulders fresh. So apologies, this will be quite a lot of toing and froing left side, right side, but it should help keep everything going. So squeeze the bottom, push that forwards, and draw shoulder blades down, collarbones open, proud out of that base shoulder. Let's inhale. Exhale, lift your hips, and lower on the inhale. Exhale, lift, keep bottom squeezing, and lower. Good, lift, and lower. As you lift, think about squeezing this bottom rib and your bottom hip towards one another. So the underside of your waist kind of compresses and shortens. So that will help you to engage the side of your waist. And if we're squeezing bottom as well, it means waist and bottom are doing the work. So your shoulder doesn't have to work so hard. Let's just go for one more here, and then we're going to play around with these and adapt them. So swapping sides again, keeping that nice and fresh on each side. You can come back to your side bridge position with me, or continue to work in your side plank. Just an example of the side plank if you want it. That's up in this position. So I'll join you in the side bridge if you're doing side bridge. And we're going to lift up nice and high, ball above you. Now start to turn your ribs as you thread the ball under the waist. and then gently lift and stack the ball above the shoulders. So we're going to twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. So squeeze the bottom, push the bottom forwards, and try and get the twist to happen in the spine. Keeping nice and proud out that bottom shoulder. That's it. Let your head turn and follow the ball. Let's just go for one more here. And then gently release, relax. Good. Change sides. So coming to side bridge or side plank of your choice. Let's lift those hips, draw the shoulder blades down, collarbones open. We're going to stack the ball just above the shoulders, and then you're going to take it to dip underneath your waist. Inhale, stack the ball above shoulders. Exhale, dip under. Good. So keep squeezing bottoms. Keep that underside of the waist compressing and shortening. Good. You're getting your ribs to twist and shoulders to stack. Ribs to twist, shoulders to stack. So we're working those obliques against gravity, and we're adding in this twist. Let's just finish with one more here. And returning when you're ready, hips back to the ground. And join me in a seated position. You can pop your equipment down to one side. So that's been a really good workout for around the sides and down and up the sides for our side bends and rotations, but you've also had that full body support. We're going to finish with a nice gentle stretch. So if you can lift one hand up nice and high, lift all through the sternum, and then taking that lovely side bend stretch over. So the goal here is to try and keep both sit bones in contact with the ground, so you've not got one kind of lifting away. And think about the rib cage kind of pulling up and away from the hip bone so that we get that stretch in the sort of lower side of the torso. And just take that moment. Lovely. Start to push back through the hand, bring it back to center and raise an arm, lift through the sternum, and then take that side bend up and over. Again, grounding through your sit bones. And thinking about pulling your rib cage up away from your hip. That's it. Breathing there, enjoying the blissful stretch. And unwinding, bringing yourself back to a tall body. Bring your crown back above your tailbone. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you at the next class.